Okay, so what I got here is a dark hallway and I need to add in an LED light. I'm going to add in a remodel LED light right here above my head, and I'm going to add a switch in right here. Problem is, right now, there is no wires, there's no plugs, no switches, no current lights. There's nothing inside this hallway at all. So what I'm going to do is, for the first time, I'm going to show you how to do all of this. So come in close. One option for you is you could run heat. We need to get heat to a switch. So you could take out this plug and connect on heat to that plug, black to brass, white to silver, green to brown, and you could run a secondary wire. If there's only one wire, if this is the end of the run, there's only one wire on that plug, you can run a secondary wire off of it. Cut a hole inside this wall and run that wire up and over and down to the switch. But what I'm gonna do is there's actually an access hole right here, and I'm gonna go up inside the attic and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do, because this is not really the option for me. So I'm going to show you, if you want to just connect inside the attic anywhere. You can do this anywhere up in the attic and run you down a wire to a switch. So stay close. Make sure your power is off first. This is not going to be good enough. You need to go to your panel box and shut off the main panel breaker. Shut off the whole house. And once everything's shut off, then follow me up into the attic. Okay, I think we're ready. Now. Strap up because it's going to get hot out. Make sure that you're ready for that. Let's get this thing set up. There's the crawl hole ladder. I'm going to be working right here. There's a wire coming through right there, you see. And I checked all these wires and most of them are hot. I had to keep some hot wires so I could get some light up here for y'all. But this wire right here, all I'm gonna do is cut into that wire and show you what I do next. And this one here, like I said, is not hot. So what I'm going to do is cut into this wire. This is what it looks like after you strip all the wires. And I use those wire strippers right there. Strip all those wires so that you can splice onto them. And then I'm adding a new wire in. This is yellow, and it's a brand new wire. And I know this one's white and this one's yellow. There's no difference. It's the same wire. I'm gonna strip this and I'm gonna splice it in, blacks to blacks, whites to whites, and the grounds to grounds. Once all three of these wires are twisted together, I'm gonna wire nut them and show you what this looks like. I have a whole video on how to splice a wire. I'll link it at the end of this video if you're curious on checking that out. And this is not inside a junction box. I realized you could put it inside a junction box. And I will be later on. Okay, here you can see I've got the whites to the whites, blacks to the blacks, grounds to the grounds, and they're all wire nutted. And you can put them inside a junction box if you want to. I eventually will be here in a few months, and I'll be making a video on that. But all I've done is cut the wire and add one more wire, this yellow wire right here. I added that third wire in. There's 3 blacks, 3 whites, 3 grounds. And that yellow wire that I spliced in there, it runs this way. It's a 12-foot wire, and it runs all the way down to a hole that I drilled. I drilled a hole down right there, 3/4 inch, and I ran a wire down there. Now, let's go down here on the ground level and see what that looks like coming through there. Okay, here it is. Okay, up there, and it runs down. I cut a hole in the wall right there. Well, there was already a hole in the wall. You can see I got to repair that anyway. But you might need to do that because there was a 2x4 here, and I had to drill a hole right there. Ran that wire. It comes down long enough. Now I need to hop it through here. So there's 2 studs. There's 1 stud here and 1 stud here. All I did was drill a little bitty hole right here so that I can fish this wire through both of these studs. And with just this little tiny finger-sized hole, I'm gonna be able to get this wire down all the way down to right here to where I need my switch. Okay, so there's the crawl hole. There's where my light's gonna be. Following down here where my switch is gonna be. Here's my switch box. All I've done is put in a switch box and put those 2 screws in on the left side to secure it to that stud. And we ran that wire that we spliced up in the attic. This long wire, that's the one we spliced up in the attic. This secondary wire on the left right here, this is just a loose wire that we ran from this box, so that I ran from this switch box back up, same holes, and over to right there, that yellow wire that you see inside that 6-inch hole that I drilled. There's a yellow wire on the right side. That's the wire that runs down to here. So all it is 2 wires, one spliced, one goes to the light. And we're gonna attach it to this switch, and that's gonna bring power up to that light, and voila. Let's go over some of the components together. Here's the light switch, and obviously the light is on. Boom. So let's go over the components. Black from one wire to the brass screw, and black from another wire to the brass screw. On the other side, the 2 grounds, one is cut shorter than the other ground, that leaving the other one long enough to put a hook around, just like normal. But since there's 2, I cut one shorter and twisted them together down here. That's the ground, and the whites are the neutral. All I've done is wire nut them and put them in the box. That's the components of the switch. I will be making a whole video on this though. And then you screw these screws into the box. And I'm about to do that right now, and then I'll show you the next component. We're gonna go up the ladder. We're gonna go up the ladder. Let's go inside the crawl space. Okay, you can see here is the little box for the apparatus for the light. The light just clips in. You literally don't do anything. It's right here. That's your light. You screw it together right there, right out of the box. But inside here is the wiring. Real simple. And there, on this side, is our splice. One wire from the splice going down the wall, and one wire from the switch coming out to this box. So what's inside Pandora's box? Well, I'm about to show you. Say the magic word. Okay, so there it is. It comes with these clips straight out of the package. You run the wire in. There's a little side deal like this right here, and you pop that out. And then you clip the blacks in, you clip the whites in, and you clip the grounds inside. And then you shut Pandora's box, and the magic hat comes out. Okay, and then you screw that together. If this video was helpful in any way, go ahead and like it, subscribe to my channel if you like home improvement videos.